World of Warcraft players will probably recognize that music. And today's Big Irish Vlog is going to be a talk about, well, part of it's going to be about music. So we're going to do some background music, which I know some of you said was kind of distracting before, but I'm going to try it at this level and see how it works. I'm going to be cranking it up a little bit so that we can exemplify some pieces. But anyway, first off, I want to talk about Queen City Conquest, which is up in Buffalo, New York, and it's coming up next week. Corinne and I are doing a very long drive from Rocket City in Huntsville, Alabama, up to Buffalo, New York. Going to be stopping a couple places along the way just to give ourselves a break on the drive. But we'll definitely be up there starting first thing on Friday. And we'll be there for the weekend. So you really want to try to get over there and join us if you're anywhere near the upstate New York area. There's going to be some incredible gaming, some awesome socializing. This will be some exclusive Justice in Life scenarios that are going to tie directly into Mark and possibly Tim Hannon's existing Justice in Life campaign. So this living campaign thing is really coming together in huge ways, combining convention games with home games and all this other kind of stuff. So if you can make it, come join us. It's going to be a lot of fun. Speaking of Justice in Life at conventions, I messed up huge. Oh my God, such an idiot. Let me teach you from my experience. At Gen Con, I was just complete numbnuts and forgot to collect the basic information from each player. The player name was not even as important as getting the character name and a basic thumbnail of who they were. So when I file my reports for what happened at the con for the con game, yeah, I had those names. So what do you guys got left out? What the? Apparently we have a flash flood warning coming in. It's not even raining, and we have a flash flood warning. Isn't that fun? Oh, well. I'm not going to edit that out. You just get to live life in the South with me. We're on a hill. It's not going to affect us. Like I said, it's not even raining. I guess it's coming. But make sure you get the basics from the players. Specifically, you need the information about who the characters are so you can talk about them intelligently in the report. You need to also really encourage them to get on the site at www.shaintar.com and just put their character in, man. Even if they don't do anything else with it, at least it's on there and they're officially a part of it. Try to encourage them to become a part of it and realize that each time they play Shaintar at a convention, they're going to get a chance to keep this character and continue playing this character as long as it's a Justice in Life game, which I'm really encouraging all convention games to be. If you were in my Gen Con games, please contact me and let me know who you played if you haven't already. If you already have, I've got you. But the report is up there. But if I don't have you in there or if I put something incorrect, let me know so I can fix it and so I can expand the reports. As well, GMs, if you run convention games, I think what we're going to do, if I remember what the flock told me, check on the site to be sure about this, but they're just going to start to create a campaign category for convention games. So instead of it being the Heroes of Terry or the Heroes of Coastline or whatever, the Rangers of Coastline or whatever, it'll just be convention games. And then you file a report as part of the convention games campaign. So that's how that'll work. All right. I want to tell you guys about something I'm working on for Shaintar Legends Unleashed, a little preview, if you will. Those of you who are actually members of the in Lord Severance's service are going to get to see the full document. I'll be posting this today, as a matter of fact. But just a little teaser, something I was actually I've been thinking about for a while. Some conversations lately with the guys who were behind Mystara, which was a great concept and a great setting for D&D back in the day. Just very inspired by that. So I'm going to be adding the concept of faction play in the game. So factions will have their traits, right? And modifiers, which take in the concept of how charisma modifies a limited number of things. But in this case, these other modifiers, lots more of them, but they have the same kinds of effects on faction-related roles. And you have the ability to both increase and build up your faction, or assist your faction in being healthy and growing, or specifically engage in activities with said faction to accomplish greater goals as according to what the faction's part of. And this is the kind of thing that legendary characters can be doing in addition to or in alteration from just going out on scenarios and adventures, what have you. they can be doing that kind of stuff either in lieu of or as a part of typical campaign play. So, just the core traits: force, influence, wealth, and morale/prosperity. Some of the modifiers: health, alliances, progress, army, navy, some things like that. And then we talked about types of roles that you might say that your character has taken on, or the GM, and you agree your character fulfills the role of ruler, spy master, chief advisor, explorer, and those are shaper roles. I also have what I call replenisher roles: chief administrator, great healer, renowned artist, and so on. So some interesting ideas there. I did a lot of tinkering, came up with some really cool ideas that incorporate the dramatic task role rules, the social conflict rules, and a little bit of the mass combat rules even. So it kind of integrates all these existing rule sets that are out there into a new form for doing faction play. But again, I call it the long view. So that's something we're working on for Legends Unleashed, which is the big book everybody helped to kickstart. All right, music at the table. I'm a huge fan. I use iTunes for, let me pop that up there. I use iTunes for putting together playlists. So I have my thing called the Fantasy Channel, which is what all this music is from. So I'm just going to hit random. I usually set it on random. Let's see. Yeah, that's a nice, interesting thing. I focus on mostly non-lyric stuff, right? I focus very heavily on just background cinematic action cinema music that focuses more in the fantasy-esque feel, right? But that's just for background, right? And the important part is that you need to have it loud enough that people can hear it and experience it, but not so loud that it's drowning out the talk across the table. I got a big room here, so I've got to keep it at the right level. So figuring out the pitch and everything, and you ask the players, they'll certainly tell you if it's too loud or too soft. So there's that. I also have what I call my combat frenzy, and basically I just click over to this one, and immediately as soon as the combat starts, the cards start getting drawn, somebody's taking a shot, somebody's taking a stab, and then I'll just start that up. And this could be anything, right? What I think of is music that would be playing possibly in a scene involving combat, conflict, where it's action movie cinema, right? So you get a lot more anachronistic stuff. This is probably the best first one. Yeah. Okay. Yes, I used to watch professional wrestling, and there were some great pieces from some of the older WWE albums that came out. Undertaker's entrance theme, right? Okay. It's freaking cool. You can hate wrestling. I don't really watch it anymore myself, but this is kind of a cool piece, right? It's just, and then, boom! And we're, conflict, right? Let's see what comes up next on the old random. There you go, some techno. Techno's great for combat scenes. So, there's that kind of stuff. Now, in addition, okay, here's another good one. Cheesy, sure, but fun. And then Lee, who's another one of the GMs, he runs his Princess and Price thing. He's got this whole, P&P battle, right? And he's got lots of video game music on his mixes. We have it all embedded in here. So, and then he's got his demon mix. Just stuff like that, right? Then you pick some pieces that fit more for, because he's running Princes and Pirates, so he's dealing with the deserts and the seas. So here's for the desert, right? So he went all out with his mixer. And then he's got his interludes. Just nice, soft, fun, nice background music. Then preludes, and then there's the C mix. You know this one, right? So anyway, music in the background, it's fun actually to put the music together too. I mean, it's kind of a work-intensive thing, but it's a fun thing to do. It's a great project. So you get to go through your library and put together the right pieces and stuff like that. So take some time with it. And once you've done it, right? And as you find more music, you add it to the right mix. It's a really neat way to create atmosphere at the table. I just cannot say enough about it. All right, so that's that. And he's a pirate.